Beep, beep. You'd better watch out for the villain. He may be heading for your town. You'd better watch out for the villain. Get off the streets before the sun goes down. He's ornery and mean, a snake with a scheme. Mr. Unclean, big as life. One of a kind with a wit and a mind.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to What the Hell Happened to Them. Arnold Schwarzenegger is back. That's right. This season we are going over The Action King. I am your host, Patrick Skeyhill, and joining me on the line is a 7-shot 6-shooter, Joe Vekeman.
I get the joke.
Yeah, okay. And on the audio boards is Lev Van Rensselaer, reminding me to remind you that you can email the cast at whathappenedtothemcast@gmail.com. And our sponsor this week is Raccoony Prunes. Raccoons eating up your garbage too much, and you like your garbage to be sacrosanct for when the garbage man comes and collects them, then get some Raccoony Prunes, because raccoons hate prunes. I don't think that's true. Although I guess I don't really know about raccoons all that much. We'll believe the sponsor here, everybody. And Joe, what movie is this product sponsoring?
We watched the 1979 movie The Villain, directed by Hal Needham.
Yes, that's right. And what happens in this live-action Looney Tunes movie?
Yes.
Yeah.
Facing hanging, a bank robber makes a deal with the corrupt banker to avoid execution in exchange for a dirty assignment.
All right, Joe, is this your new loaded weapon? Is this season's loaded weapon for you?
Not gonna say I didn't enjoy all of the kooky Looney Tune bits, mostly the Wile E. Coyote.
Mostly all the stuff actually from a Looney Tunes cartoon?
Literally painting the side of a rock.
We have been just like winking at it the whole movie. I'm like, oh, this is very cartoon-esque. You know, he's sort of pulled his branch off of the cliff, and then he looks at the camera after a few seconds of hanging in the air, and then falls down. He's trying to jump on the train, and then misses it. Like, we're doing a lot of Looney Tunes here. And then they just full up stole it. They did the...
Yeah, the last 20 minutes is just like, hey, what other bits can we do?
Yeah. I've glued myself to the train tracks and the train's coming. Whoops. The literal Looney Tunes theme song as he's bouncing around at the end, Daffy Duck style.
Oh my God, how did they do that? How? Okay, first of all, I need to look it up because I haven't looked it up yet. How old is Kirk Douglas? Because he looked old in the De Palma movie about the psychic twins that he's in.
What?
That was from the mid-70s, you know. Kirk Douglas was born in 1916. Holy shit.
That's not too bad. He's only 63. He's not an AARP yet.
But he's got a couple of years left. He's just running. Wow, his name was Isor Danielovich.
Well, it's probably good he changed that.
He lived to be 103 years old.
Well, yeah, that was how he did that movie with his son and grandson.
Yeah, but he died in 2020.
COVID.
Right before COVID. He died February, 20th?
He's like, wait, God, what's coming? Nah, you just take me now. That's fine.
February 5th, so about a month before COVID fully shut down everything. He's just like, all right, I'm out. I'm not dealing with this anymore. Jesus. What was the De Palma movie? Okay, it was the year before. Okay, The Fury. He's so old in that, and then he's jumping around in this movie like he is Daffy Duck.
I mean, I bet there's a lot of stunt doubling happening.
Okay, that's something I can get behind. But what about when he's jumping onto the fucking horse?
Yeah.
And it's one clean shot, and I'm like, there's no AI yet.
I bet he can ride a horse.
The smoothness of him jumping onto that horse, though, was incredible. And I'm like, wow, they were just old pros back then.
I'm sure he's done his fair share of Westerns.
Of course, yeah.
Well, he's well seasoned at that point.
Seeing he's got 2 movies in 1967. The Way West.
That's probably a Western.
It has to be a Western.
It's actually a road trip movie taking place in 1960s California.
Gunfight at the OK Corral.
That's probably a Western.
Plays Doc Holliday. It has to be a Western.
Could be a modern retelling like Romeo plus Juliet.
Did you know he was in 1955? He was in Ulysses playing Odysseus.
We just say Ulysses, like the president.
Oh, I was going to say Ulysses.
Ulysses. Yeah, you're Odyssey pilled. In the Matt Damon thing, do they call him Odysseus or do they call him Ulysses?
Odysseus.
Okay, I want to know if all the gods are going to be Greek names because we've seen some movies have trouble keeping them together.
I wouldn't be so concerned about seeing any gods in that movie.
I feel like Poseidon's got to come up. He's sort of a main factor in a lot of this.
They mentioned Poseidon, but I feel like there's like one other one. They just like...
Yeah, as long as it's not Neptune, then we're in good shape.
Couldn't forget what he's in the 1996 episode The Day the Violence Died in The Simpsons. He plays Chester J. Lampwick.
Oh, so that he's the old dude that actually created Itchy and Scratchy. And then they sue it's basically their Mickey Mouse stand-in, and then they sue the company, and it bankrupts the cartoon. Didn't realize that was him.
He's in It Runs in the Family, which you mentioned, 2003. I remember that it's them on a boat, right? No?
That's what I remember from the one clip I saw on the Ebert and Roper show, and I never remembered the title or ever saw the movie.
Also has Diana Douglas. I mean, she's got to be part of that.
The whole clan in there. Catherine Zeta-Jones, is she hanging out in there?
That must be his... That must be his wife, though, because Diana Douglas was born in 1923.
I mean, she could be an old lady.
Must be the matriarch. Then you got Rory Culkin, not the one that won the Oscar.
I remember.
Or Home Alone. We're way off topic now.
We are.
I do just want to tell you that 2008 is his last movie for the television called Empire State Building Murders.
Not to be confused with Empire State, the direct-to-DVD Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson vehicle.
So he's brother stars Ben Gazzara, Mickey Rooney, Kirk Douglas, Sid Charisse.
Old dudes? Is this like octogenarian Ocean's 11?
These people still alive? This has to be some kind of...
Who's the last surviving member of, what is it, Empire State Building Murders?
Empire State Building Murders.
What a dumb name. Is that on Tubi? That feels like it's ripe for some Tubiing.
I have to believe. You got it. But it's not on Tubi.
All right. Empire State Building Murders not on Tubi. You'll have to find it elsewhere, audiences. I know you're all dying to watch. So the movie begins, and we have a long credit sequence of a horse, a guy on a horse riding through the desert. And I go, oh, we're doing a Western film here, huh? Mm-hmm. And then suddenly Paul Lynde's name shows up, and I go, okay, are we in a comedy movie then? Because
who does Paul Lynde say? Who does it say he's playing though?
Nervous Bull.
Nervous Elk.
Nervous Elk. Ah, so close. Nervous animal, how they are. So then I didn't know what to do, and then Kirk was ready to jump on the train, and I go, okay, this is going to decide the fate of the rest of this film, how this train jumping thing goes. And then sure enough, he misses the train, and I go, all right, I guess we're doing a comedy.
He does miss the train, falls flat on his face.
Yes, he does. It's also a very Looney Tunes-esque style.
His horse is named Whiskey.
And then when the man on the soundtrack starts singing about the main character, then I go, okay, we're full-on satire mode here. And you like the cartooniness.
I did, for the most part.
It has a hard time translating for me into live action. There's a reason it feels more ridiculous than it would in a cartoon. But I will blame the directing and editing more, because I think a lot of jokes get stymied by some awkward shot angles or some awkward cutting, some weird pacing things. I feel like perhaps it would be a more salvageable film at the hands of either of those two roles.
So it's kind of funny. This is directed by Hal Needham. That Burt Reynolds is not in this picture. Because I'm going to tell you...
He could have been the villain.
Hal Needham, his filmography, just like how... oh my God, why can't I remember it? The Melissa McCarthy's husband, Ben Falcone. Just like Ben Falcone worked with the majority of all of his movies are starring his wife.
Yeah.
I would say 90% of Hal Needham movies, which he's got 17 of them, star Burt Reynolds.
Well, young love. What can you expect?
It's just like because he made Smokey and the Bandit,
Yeah.
The Cannonball Run, Smokey and the Bandit 2, Cannonball Run 2, Hooper. These are all movies in successive run. And then just in the middle of that is The Villain, not starring Burt Reynolds.
Maybe he was doing The Longest Yard.
Stroker Ace. This is another Hal Needham, Burt Reynolds movie.
They are the Dennis Dugan and Adam Sandler of their day.
Of course. There you go. That's another one. I've never watched any of these. I'm not a big Burt Reynolds guy. All these movies are on Tubi, by the way.
Thank you, Tubi.
I wouldn't mind giving it a shot for Hal Needham's Hard Time Hostage Hotel. It's on Tubi. It was made in 1999.
Uh-oh.
So this is after Burt Reynolds and Boogie Nights is definitely look a little more painted up. So, I mean, there's not really much to talk about this fucking movie because it's just bits.
Yeah, there's actually not even really, there's like the hint of a plot, but really every scene is just a segment from a different cartoon.
It's just like watching the Wile E.
It's like, all right, what if the Roadrunner like had a thin, vague objective?
What if he could talk?
The talking is whatever, but like the Roadrunner basically in the cartoons is just minding his own business. Here, there's like a definitive endpoint to where the quote-unquote Roadrunner, i.e. Schwarzenegger, is going. So it does do a good job of giving the illusion of story. And we would be remiss if we didn't talk about the other half of this Roadrunner composite, Anne Margaret.
Anne Margaret.
Who maybe I'm hearing not sing for the first time ever.
Mrs. Beans herself.
Mrs.
Queen of the Beans. I mean, she's just special. I mean, I love Anne Margaret. Charming Jones.
Charming Jones, daughter of Parody Jones. And they're trying to get some money somewhere so that the banker can't steal her dad's mines. I'm not entirely certain how any of that works.
Yeah, I wasn't. The plot is just kind of like, it doesn't matter. Throw it out.
Yeah, the plot doesn't care, though, how it works. The plot's just like they're trying to get to point A, villain's trying to stop them.
They literally could have just said, hey, you are in point A. It would have been more of a parody.
The town could have been called point A. They're heading to point B.
We really need to get to the bank, and the bank is called point B.
Yeah, exactly. You know, everybody had a ridiculous name anyway.
Yeah, I didn't mind all of this fun nonsense. Do we have any issue with Paul Lynde playing Native American?
Yeah, sure. You know, 50 years later, it's not.
But he doesn't have any like extra makeup on.
He doesn't seem to have makeup, and half the time he doesn't even seem to be wanting to do a Native American voice.
He's not doing. He's just doing Paul Lynde's voice, which is kind of funny.
I think. Well, sometimes he does do the Native American, the Sitting Bull type voice, but he's doing it so then he can break down into the Paul Lynde voice to get like his quick aside in there. And I'm not totally certain why it seems like the banker has hired him to make sure the villain's doing his job, but then also he decides he's Kirk Douglas's friend and they team up.
Well, he sees how much Kirk Douglas's Cactus Jack has been failing, so he's just like, I think Cactus Jack needs our help, not that we need to be watching over.
Well, they were watching him to make sure he didn't like screw over the banker. The banker never even comes back at the end anyway. The movie kind of at the end is just like, who cares about that plot?
Didn't you like when he jumps up and like it's so goofy. It's so goofy. And
yeah.
I thought it was fine for what it was. I gave it 2 stars. I was like, all right, you did it.
2-star movie.
I've never seen stuff like this, so I was like, you got more than 1 star. I've just never seen like a real live action like Looney Tunes from like the 70s, because it's like all practical shit. They're not like,
I mean, really from any time, because even when they do the Looney Tunes like Space Jam stuff now, the people still more or less act like people, and then it's just the Looney Tunes being all Looney Toony.
This is Looney Tunes Back in Action. That's the Brendan Fraser one.
I know what you're talking about, but then when Kirk Douglas is like poking out from behind the cactus that he's too wide to be behind,
the horse.
And the horse is on the other side.
That's a Scooby-Doo bit too.
Exactly, like all of this is just. It's a safdie level of plagiarism we're kind of getting here.
I love it.
It's crazy Warner Brothers didn't want to sue anybody. I guess MGM owns Looney Tunes, though, so makes sense.
Many of the stunts and pratfalls were notably performed by Kirk Douglas himself. Seeing as he was 62 years old at the time of production, this was quite an impressive feat.
Yes, and also probably very expensive for their insurance policy.
Yeah. Okay, just a bunch of references to other Hal Needham movies starring Burt Reynolds, like I said. This is the last film project for Paul Lynde before his death in 1982. There were 8 identical horses who played the role of Whiskey. Hopefully none of them died.
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention to the credits. I should have been looking for the no animals were harmed in the making of this movie thing.
Oh, spoiler alert. This is the only Western for Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Really?
Yeah, how do you feel about that?
I guess because I'm remembering some more recent films that felt like they were Westerns, but maybe those were actually Stallone movies and I've just confused them in my head. Not like old-timey Westerns, but like modern day.
I got some bad news. One of the reviews for this movie stated that the horse had better facial expressions than Arnold.
Yes, I didn't think Arnold was great in here.
Yeah.
But I thought his strained English performance kind of helped with the naivety of his character.
I mean, he doesn't have much to do. He's just kind of in a wagon.
I mean, they want him to be a cartoon.
Yeah.
He can't be too cartoony in a language that isn't really his native tongue.
It's kind of like he's more robotic, right?
And Margaret's basically got to like carry their whole scenes, and she has no dialogue. So she's just got to like give him looks a lot. Is there anything Anne and Margaret talk about working with Arnold at all? Any little Anne Margaret tidbits for us?
I would love to get some tidbits from Anne Margaret.
Yeah.
Don't read too much into that.
Okay. And Margaret had her own like stylist. She got her own costume designer. She got her own makeup person. Very notable credit, makeup designed by.
It's a cartoon, but is it missing something? It feels like it's missing something.
Well, I think part of the problem is there's a reason why we have not usually seen an hour and a half Wile E. Coyote movie.
That's true. Usually about 8 minutes.
5 to 7 minutes seems to be a sweet spot.
Yeah.
For random hijinks. You stretch it out for it wasn't even 9, it was 85 minutes with an extended opening credit sequence and all of those credits again at the end of it. How do you kill the time? How do you keep it going?
I like Kirk Douglas in this. I like Anne Margaret, and I liked Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I even liked Paul Lynde. I think the cast is fine. I think you're right. It's just the pacing is it's too stretched out.
That's just because there's nothing really happening. Like you had described, it's kind of bit after bit from a different cartoon. They just smushed a bunch of cartoons together, and we got to see kind of the greatest hits.
Oh, here we go. Our friend Gene Siskel. The film received generally negative reviews, criticizing the execution of the slapstick and the satire. Gene Siskel of the Chicago Tribune gave the film 1 star. Oof. Siskel described the film as a direct ripoff of Tex Avery's marvelous Roadrunner cartoons. That's what I was going for, dude!
Well, I mean, it's both, right? Like, Benny Safdie likes the Snatch Machine documentary, but also stole everything from it. Pew, 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 pew.
All right, this is another 1-star review. Linda Gross from the LA Times wrote, "The attitude of the entire movie is like one condescending dirty joke with lines like, 'What do you do when you capture a white woman?' or 'I want to molest your lady friend.'" Holy shit, I didn't catch that part.
I don't remember the molesting thing. The white woman, I remember a conversation between Douglas and Lynde.
Robert G. Kane, who worked for several years as a writer for Dean Martin's Celebrity Roast, wrote the slim screenplay, which is full of such innuendos. The humor has a smirky quality. Anne Margaret spends the entire movie trying to seduce Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yes, she does. Who keeps running off to gather firewood. It gets embarrassing. The villain is directed by former stuntman Hal Needham. Oh, Smokey and the Bandit Hooper. Needless to say, the stunts. This is like fucking the John Wick guys going off and branching off and trying to make other movies that aren't John Wick. And then the one guy that stayed on with all the John Wick movies, he made good movies. And the other guy, kind of mediocre movies.
It definitely shows they got a wheelhouse.
Needless to say, the stunts coordinated by Gary Combs are pretty good, but the characters are like cartoons and the broad burlesque humor is too simple to spoof. Came out almost, what is this, 1979? Do my math. How many years ago? Because it's like almost the date since we watched this, because it came out July 27th.
Oh, wow. Okay. Looks like we're about 47 years ago.
47 years, wow. That's incredible. I liked it for what it was. It's not something I'm gonna rewatch. Like, it's not my loaded weapon like you were.
It's Tubi has loaded weapon. Even Tubi didn't want the villain.
Yeah, it's not even like, what's the other Jim Carrey one I liked? It's that funny one. Finders Keepers.
Oh, yeah.
I really like that. Because that's kind of cartoony at the end.
Yeah, but, that cartoony certainly felt more grounded than this.
Sure. Do you remember the whole, like, chase at the end and the...
Well, that's how cartoony this movie is. Joe, a man drives through a painted hole on a cliff.
I know, it's great. That's funny.
It was a bridge too far at that point.
Yeah.
When Kirk Douglas is getting dragged and then his suspender overalls get caught on a rock and they stretch out super far and
like
then pull him in like an elastic
yeah.
band, I said fine.
Yeah.
But when the physical properties of matter is changing for no apparent reason, I say we've gone too far.
Well, was he even, like, kissed at the end of the movie? That's why he was hopping around so much?
Yeah, he gets kissed by the lady because he's going to ravish her. And Arnold won't do it.
Oh, yeah, because Arnold's...
And then he does the Daffy Duck, woohoo, woohoo, and he's jumping on trampolines. Yeah, then they have the music going. And then the movie's just over. They're like, all right, we're done now.
See you later.
As Margaret and Arnold are both looking on, extremely confused.
So, like, is that guy gonna hurt? How old is he? He's gonna be in movies for 30 more years? Jesus.
They've decided, we clearly stopped investing in the plot a while ago, so we could just call it quits here.
Your guy is fucking Burt Reynolds. I would have put Burt Reynolds in here somewhere.
You would? Okay. Would you have rathered Burt Reynolds in the Kirk Douglas role? No, Kirk is... No, I think our three main leads are great, and then Paul Lynde is good for some, like, salt and pepper. Paul Lynde's doing what you want Paul Lynde to do for the most part in this movie.
Who was Avery Simpson?
The banker. That's the evil banker.
Yeah, he could have played it Avery Simpson. I don't know. I just think this movie, if you got Burt Reynolds in there, it's more of a hit.
Would you put Burt Reynolds instead of Schwarzenegger?
No. You need him. He's so awkward.
Yeah,
I think he's also part of the. They don't like him in the reviews, but he's also part of this little DNA that works for me.
Yeah, let's talk about Arnold here because we did the Pumping Iron Lucille thing, but we're not really. That's not really part of his Hollywood trajectory. So his last film, he's won that Golden Globe for his performance.
Yes, Stay Hungry.
And yet, no projects come out until 3 years later. This is his first thing. 3 years afterwards.
This is his first thing. Yeah.
And it's not even something that gets to take strong advantage of his acting chops. I find that odd.
Yeah.
Because Mikey Madison goes, she wins her award, and now her phone's ringing nonstop, and she's like turning down projects.
I wish she turned down the one she's in.
Arnold he won his award and then just worked out for a little longer. But no, because he quit that, so I don't even know. He was just like chilling for 2 years. Then the phone finally rang.
It's like he's waiting on a call for someone to bring him back to a different time period.
I mean, maybe a lot of people then thought what I thought in watching Stay Hungry and was like, yeah, he was good, but that was clearly a role designed specifically for him. Can he do other things? I'm more dubious of that. And so eventually Hal Needham was like, let's get this baby-faced, male ingenue type to come and be my sheriff. I thought we were going to get like a comedy Unforgiven where it was like, we're on the side of the bad guy, bandits and whatnot. And we're like, you gotta stop that sheriff. And then ultimately the movie wanted us on the side of the sheriff and Margaret.
What you're saying is this movie needs some Gene Hackman?
Maybe it needs a little Gene Hackman. Maybe Gene Hackman could have been the banker.
I think that would have been a great idea.
I remember in the 60s they were trying to do a Western where you were going to be following the bad guy. Like he was the main character, and every week there'd be like a new sheriff.
Oh.
All right, a new guest star would be in it. Maybe he would kill the sheriff, or or the sheriff would be like do their own dastardly deeds and he'd be stopped. And that show never got green lit because people were, at the time weren't ready for bad guys to win. They didn't have that imagination yet.
Not much to say about this, but I think we said it. Do we say it?
I mean, we're not really left with a lot of room to discuss. Somehow the 80-minute documentary gave us more. That's not even true because we talked about the Lucy thing too. So I don't know. I think unlike the critics, we were sort of aware of the fact that it clearly did want to wink at all of those old cartoons. It seemed to be part of its point. So I guess we can just jump into Last Looks pretty easily.
Yeah.
Well, what do you got for Last Looks, Joe?
Last Looks, I mean... Last Looks, Arnold plays the handsome stranger.
Yes, his name is Handsome Stranger.
I think he's kind of a handsome moron. How do you not take... You're getting all that from Aunt Margaret, and you're taking none of it.
You're getting all that cleavage from Aunt Margaret. All that specially designed cleavage.
She's like, hey, look here. He's like, where? And he looks up.
Yeah.
Crazy. No, I think this was a little bit maybe miscast for Arnold.
I mean, he took it because nobody been calling him for years, and he needed some work.
Of course, but I think he was... probably just taking it because he thought he could do some comedy because of how Lucy probably made him feel.
Yeah, I mean, I already complained about the directing editing not serving the comedy, so like maybe he's got a little bit of comedic chops and it just wasn't helped by the people behind the scenes. Comedy's tough when it's like it's not your language. Like to some degree he's sort of stunted in a lot of what he can do as an actor or a comedian. Because he's not fully natural yet with this language.
Wasn't Smoking the Bandit like the high? Yeah, Smoking the Bandit was like the highest grossing movie of its year.
Yes.
Or one of it. Second highest? I think it's right behind Star Wars. But doesn't that say something?
I think it does.
It's like right behind Star Wars in 1977. It made, on a $4.3 million budget in 1977, it made $300 million.
Well, it explains why that performance, followed by this movie's performance, explain why they keep letting him direct, but only with Burt Reynolds.
Besides Burt Reynolds, it's got our girl, Sally Field.
Oh, look at that. See, Sally Field's getting some work, just not Arnold.
You got Last Looks?
My Last Looks why is Arnold do this movie? Well, I believe I said it recently, because nobody was calling, and he wanted to be an actor. He had moved on from bodybuilding. I don't know how much longer the sponsorships for that or the modeling gigs he'd get would dry up. So you take the work, right? Arnold just, had done recently that Lucy thing. He wasn't the funny part in it, but he was in a comedy. So like this was a reasonable area for him to go in. Notably, this was a movie that he wasn't cast for his bulk in this movie, where in basically every other film he was. Here he was cast just as an actor. Sure, he's in shape, but most male actors are. This was an interesting step for him where he wasn't brought in to be the sideshow attraction. He was brought in just as an actor. So that's something I'm going to be paying attention to in the next few roles.
Just to let you know and give you a little heads up, maybe our next Arnold movie will fare better with us because that movie is on Tubi.
Woohoo! Always a good sign. All right, well, I'd like to thank Lev Van Rensselaer for minding those audio boards and keeping us sounding slippery smooth. I'd like to thank my co-host, Joe Vekeman, for stopping by.
Thank you.
And I'm your host, Patrick Scaly. You can find my features, documentary, short films, video essays, animations, behind-the-scenes footage, and so much more at QuixoticUnited.com and social media, presumably with a similar-sounding name. Thank you all for listening. Joe, say goodnight.
Good night.
The tale has been spun, the damage is done, and I have run out of rhyme. But this ain't the end. Our faulty friend, we'll see you again in time. He's Cactus Jack's slave, a mistake nature made, a trick fate has played on the world. It's hard to digest as the sun sinks in the west and the villain rides off with the girl.
You said it was the villain, and for a bit, I was like, oh, is there an actor in this movie called Cactus Jack? That would be insane. It's a Western, and you found... That's like when the Perfect Days director in one of his 80s movies, you got that guy's name was Rocket's Red Glare. And I was like, what is it? This is just like, do they change their name for marketing purposes?
Is it a porno guy?
And then suddenly they're like singing about Cactus Jack. And I go, oh, does that, what? And then I went back and looked at the beginning and you see like the three main actors and then Cactus Jack is the big title. And we clearly got the German version because of all the German subtitles. And I go, all right, well, this makes sense.
Yeah, there was a lot of German subtitles whenever there was a sign somewhere.
Yeah, international distributors change names all the time to help better sell in their territories. So you thought Cactus Jack was somehow more descriptive than the villain. That happens. Maybe they have movies called Der Villain over there, or whatever the German word is. Joe, here's my confession.
Yes?
I have become deeply Sonic pilled.
Oh, God. Wait, what do you mean? Like, just the games, right? Just the games, right?
Well, I was playing Sonic Origins since Andrew revealed its existence to me in our Sonic 3 podcast.
Yes.
And I told you in a previous podcast, I've been like a level here or there. Mm-hmm. Used to start off, it was like a level a day, maybe sometimes 2. And then it just kept getting, it was like 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Joe, now I'm like juggling between a Game Gear game and 2 playthroughs of Sonic CD and another playthrough, Sonic 2 as Knuckles.
Oh, you're multiple playthroughs.
At the same time, I'm like jumping back and forth between them. They got all these little missions in the game to compete to unlock other things.
Oh my
Joe,
God.
it's bad. It's like an hour a day I'm spending on Sonic Origins for games I've already played, mind you. I've already played these games on Sonic Origin. I'm like, what if I play them as somebody else?
You paid for it. You're getting your worth out of it.
It is certainly the best $20 I have spent in a long time.
That sounds perfect.
You can't. $20 has bought me 16 games and a bunch of other ancillary stuff. They got a whole museum in there. I'm like watching old content. I'm watching YouTube videos about weird obscure development facts on the games. I got this yesterday, Joe. I got this Sonic board game. I got a whole Sonic.
Oh wow, you're not kidding.
Dice rolling board game. I'm a mess, Joe. I've you know who I blame? Chris Pratt.
He's not even in Sonic.
I know. Well, that's the thing. Like, I can't be on Team Mario anymore.
Oh, that's why.
I got it. So I'm all in on Team Sonic now. I'm like, Mario, you betrayed me. You sold out to the Pratt. I'm hanging out over here. I got Idris Elba, and I got the guy from Parks and Rec. That's fine. I got guy who played John F. Kennedy in The Butler. I'm fine.
Isn't that Cyclops?
What?
Isn't he Cyclops, James Morrison?
I have legitimately no recollection.
Oh, well, you won't still, because he's Cyclops again in Doomsday this year.
Well, don't worry. I won't be watching that. Was he going to be old Cyclops? Didn't he die at the end of X-Men 3? Like, how is he still alive?
He's died twice already.
Comic books, this is why I hate you.
Yeah, well, I just thought you'd put a little toe in because of Kelsey Grammer, so okay.
Yeah, I know. I can't support it with a.
It's got to be a completionist, though. You've already done so much.
I've done more Kelsey Grammer than I probably should.
I'm sure you'll watch it when it's on Disney. Put it on in the background.
Arnold's not in Expendables 3, but I'll definitely be watching it this season.
He's not.
That's the best one, though, so we need to watch it when we do Expendables 2 or something.
I thought he was. Doesn't 3 have fucking Harrison Ford?
Yes, because
he's in it. He's Trench. He's fourth build. What are you talking about?
Yes! All right, good. We get to watch it. I don't remember him in the movie. Anyway.
Well, he's fourth build, so what an impression.
Harrison Ford is in it because he replaces Bruce Willis.
Why, was he doing just too many Red Box movies? Kelsey Grammer?
I think Bruce Willis was like a problem on set, or he wanted way too much money for the amount of role he had. And when you see him in the first 2 movies, you're like, why did you demand a crazy amount of money? You're barely in these. He's the guy that comes in and he's like, here's your mission. And then he leaves. Why are you demanding You're on set for a day, Bruce Willis.
I mean, I think he was in a bad way at that point. When does that come out? Yeah, it's in a bad way. Well, I'll tell you, our favorite actor is sandwiched in between Kelsey Grammer and Antonio Banderas. He's a newbie on the set at that time. His name's Glenn Powell.
Oh, really?
You did not remember him in that movie?
He wasn't registering to me, but I think I know which character he would play at that time.
He plays Thorn, because he's a thorn in your side.
Yeah. That movie's fun. We'll get there when we get there, though. It'll be a while.
Yeah, that's the end of the series. Oh, they did make Expendables.
They did?
You've seen it, my friend.
I've seen Expendables 4.
You logged it 3 years ago.
I watched it over here? Well, that doesn't bode well for that movie then.
There's no Stallone in it though, And there's,
but I watched
there's
it
no
anyway?
Schwarzenegger.
That's
you
weird.
Did. Psycho. It's a 50 Cent movie, actually.
What?
It's 50 Cent, Jason Statham, and Megan Fox.
Thank God for Letterboxd, because there's so many movies where I'm like...
Stallone is in it. He's just like 20th build.
There's so many movies where I'm like, I didn't watch that, and then I find I did on Letterboxd, and I go, oh. Or like somebody liked my review, and I was like, what?
I mean, this is why I wanted to get into it, because I'm like, there's going to be a point where I just don't have the capability to remember which movies I've seen him.
I don't... Whatever. A movie clearly was not very good. I didn't remember it coming out, let alone having seen it.
2023.
At least if I forgot, I thought it was over when I was still on the East Coast. Wow, it was that recent.
Yeah, a couple years ago.
All right, let me do a quick Google search and see if any of these images that pop up.
Well, let me tell you what
Yeah.
I finally crossed off my watch list yesterday. Are you ready?
What?
I watched, see if I can pronounce his first name, Kiyoshi Kurosawa's Cure.
Hey!
Hell yeah. Thank you, Criterion.
None of this is ringing any bells to me.
That's so funny.
This is wild.
I'll tell you, you've gotten a lot of use out of the $20 Sonics. Out of my $10.99 subscription for the month, I've watched like 15 movies already.
That's how you do it, man.
Fucking knocking them out.
Yeah.
Love that Hamon. That was a big one.
In your Penelope Cruz binge?
It's been kind of just like a sampling, because, like I said, I want to try all sorts of different.
You got to get to Banditas.
Well, it's still on Tubi, I think.
Can't go wrong with Tubi.
And I've been labeling them now when I watch them. I put tags on them. You should do that too.
You're right. I've been forgetting to do that. We talked about this last week, and I already forgot.
This band.
Because those sleepaway camps, they're all on Tubi, and I haven't tagged any of them.
I've seen that you've watched those. That's so funny.
Well, we were talking about The Crying Game, and then I was like, well, I guess I'll watch those.
It's not on Tubi anymore. God damn it.
You had your chance. You blew it.
It's not anywhere now.
Our movie this week wasn't on Tubi either. It was the first time, like, all season.
I know.
Disappointing.
What a bummer.
We can go and discuss why that might have been in our episode.
Yeah, I don't know why. I mean, let's talk about it.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. Let me drink the water, and we'll dive on in.